A total of 7 complaints. This is not the only one, the one made by Ashish Joshi, because of which the raids have taken place. This wasn't the solitary one. There were 6 more complaints that had been made against this particular officer. Is it possible for the Kejriwal government to not have known the cloud under which this bureaucrat is? To what date are all of these complaints going back?
Well, that's right, Padmaja. Even as there's been a political debate and claims and counterclaims on this entire episode that unfolded yesterday morning, since the raids took place in 14 different places on the principal secretary of Arvind Kejriwal, Rajendra Kumar, there's been a lot of accusations by Arvind Kejriwal and his supporters and senior leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party. They've been saying that it's a witch hunt. But is it clearly? It seems that there's been a lot of power and clout under which Rajendra Kumar has had served different tenures in the Delhi government, because during the Congress regime, he has been accused of at least 6 to 7 cases of corruption, but it doesn't seem that the anti-corruption branch or any of the government representatives have taken any action. In fact, in my hands right now is that particular RTI application. This was filed by Vivek Garg in the month of July this year. It gives all the questions as to pertaining to Rajendra Kumar, how many cases are pending with the anti-corruption branch, has there been any investigation, has there been any kind of an action, and immediately comes the response. If I can turn to the second page, it clearly indicates a response from the anti-corruption branch dated 27/8/2015. It says total 7 complaints since 10/2/2012 were received in the anti-corruption branch. 1 complaint was forwarded to Commissioner VAT Delhi, another complaint was forwarded to CBI Delhi, and 5 complaints are under inquiry in anti-corruption branch of Delhi. The particulars of the appellate authority are given as under. So the details are mentioned clearly here. So the question is not just on the Aam Aadmi Party. This RTI reveals that the Congress government under the leadership of Sheila Dikshit was also aware of these corruption accusations against Rajendra Kumar. Why was no action taken? Yesterday when Rahul Gandhi and in fact several other leaders also pointed fingers on the Aam Aadmi Party, what action did the Congress take? In fact, if I can just go to the third page of this entire application, it also has an interesting note by Ramakant Goswami. He's a senior Congress leader and also at that time Minister of Transport. He says, I have pursued the status report submitted by anti-corruption branch, copy of which is placed opposite. The report is is very vague and sketchy at places, but also appears to be factually inconsistent. I would therefore request the Transport Department to examine the report and take up the matter with anti-corruption branch. The biggest question at this moment is, if anti-corruption branch is independently verifying and investigating an officer of the Delhi government, how is the minister dictating the term of that time? Ramakant Goswami was a senior minister next to Sheila Dikshit. What explains this? He mentions this under his signature, that he is directing the Transport Department to examine the report of the anti-corruption branch. So fingers being raised now also on the Congress party, while on one side Aam Aadmi Party is completely indifferent. They are saying that CBI is conducting a witch hunt, it is the Modi government targeting them, but they are completely silent on why they are shielding somebody who has very grievous charges of corruption against them. On the other hand, similar allegations against the Congress party as well. At this moment,
absolutely,
it seems
and Aditya, it's not just a question of defending him now after the raids have taken place. Like you mentioned, this RTI application had been done in the first half of this year. So these complaints had already been made. They've been around for very long. Mr. Kejriwal yesterday said that even if my son is accused of some misdemeanor, I will not wait for anyone. I will be the first one to take action against him. What stopped the Delhi Chief Minister, even if he was not really sure of the antecedents of Rajendra Kumar, even if this appointment was made? Now when these complaints emerged, why didn't he sack him? Why didn't he remove him, order an inquiry?
Well, absolutely. That is a pertinent question that Arvind Kejriwal, the Delhi Chief Minister, and all his ministers should answer at this point in time. But clearly, at this moment, there's no response coming. On the other hand, they are trying to build a narrative that this entire exercise of a CBI probe and a CBI raid yesterday was only to get a particular file related to Arun Jaitley, which is vaguely not related to Rajendra Kumar or anybody else. But no answers coming from Manish Sisodia, Arvind Kejriwal, or any of the representatives of the Aam Aadmi Party that that what action did Arvind Kejriwal take? Were there any kind of background checks done on Rajendra Kumar? And if these cases are pending before the anti-corruption branch, what explains that this particular position was granted to Rajendra Kumar? In fact, it is known in the Delhi government circles that Rajendra Kumar is a very close aide of Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, and that is why perhaps he enjoys that kind of a clout and power. What is the present position and the status report inside the anti-corruption branch of these 7 cases? That's the biggest mystery at this moment, and that's what the BJP is asking as well. Vivek Garg told Times Now that the transport department and different departments of the Delhi government have been shielding Rajendra Kumar for a very long time. Perhaps it is for the CBI to probe further independently that what exactly led to Rajendra Kumar flouting perhaps different rules and laws of the Delhi government and enjoying such a status and power. At this moment, Aam Aadmi Party completely silent on these allegations.
Aditya, also, what is the nature of these complaints? Can you give a little more details about the 7 complaints? One, of course, we know has been made by Ashish Joshi. What about the others? What are these pertaining to?
Well, while this RTI does mention that these complaints are from the year 2012 till the present time, but there are some complaints also related to the CNG fitness camp which go as far as the year 2002. Obviously, it was the Sheila Dikshit government, it was the Congress government at that time as well, but certainly no answers coming in of the details. Even Ramakant Goswami, who was approached by Times Now, is completely silent. He is saying that nothing of this sort has happened during his tenure. Speaking about the complaints are again about the procurement of different goods, including computers. This is at the time when, of course, Rajendra Kumar was, of course, the secretary in the education department of the Delhi government. It is obviously giving favors to a particular company situated between Delhi and Uttar Pradesh, and that is why the CBI yesterday conducted raids in 14 different locations. This also included the complaint of Ashish Joshi. Interestingly, Vivek Garg, the RTI activist, who is also seen to be close to the BJP, has written to the CBI, and CBI has taken cognizance of that complaint as well. That's what sources have been telling us. But the biggest mystery at this moment is what has the Delhi government and the anti-corruption branch really done on these 7 cases. The Delhi government was asked, Manish Sisodia was asked by our Times Now reporter today in the press conference, but again, he walked away from the press conference. So perhaps time that Aam Aadmi Party explains what they have done on these 7 grievous charges against, obviously, Rajendra Kumar.
And if they